and I was running a program. It was actually on safety leadership, but we were doing some work on well-being. And I had shared this framework with this group. They were a group of mechanics, young mechanics. And one guy looked at me very forlornly and he said, "Oh, I don't do any of that stuff." And then I said to him, "Well, tell me about something that you really enjoy doing." And his face lit up and he said to me, "You know, I've recently started coaching my kids. I don't know what the sport would be in Queensland, Aussie rules,
rugby,
or whatever it might be."
Yeah.
And he said to me, and I'm really loving it. And I said, "Well, let's try and think of what's happening and why you're liking it so much. Because, well, you're out there, it's physical. So you're getting out there and getting some activity. One, you're giving of your time and energy into this little group of kids. There's no way you're looking after a group of 8-year-olds if you're not being very mindful. There's no way you're worrying about your worries at this point in time when you've got your eye on all of those. You've never done this before, so you're learning, and you're connecting with your community. And I can remember the sense of delight on his face when he said to me, he said, "So maybe that's why I enjoy it so much." And for me, it reinforced that actually when we think of what's good for our well-being, that very often those 5 threads seem to be sitting in the mix. And he went away feeling very pleased that he was looking after his well-being when he didn't think he was doing anything. So it's one of my stories I love to share.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. I sometimes speak to companies or schools where we also work, and they're like, "Oh, do we need to dedicate some time to be doing activities around wellbeing?" I'm like, well, most of us can do it just as part of our ordinary everyday activities. It's just, like I said, we don't think about it being a wellbeing activity. So there's plenty of things that we do, but we just have to, if we understand like these 5 pillars or, other frameworks, well, we can recognize that what we're doing is actually good for our mental health.